Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Keyboy.
Good Wednesday morning, Utah. The time is currently 6:12. We'll take a live look outside. Red Cliffs Lodge in Moab. Always a beautiful view. No exception out there this morning, even though it is cold in Moab, as we're currently sitting at 19 degrees. We have mostly clear conditions, but you will notice out there this morning there are a little bit more in the way of mid-level and high-level clouds. That is just the start of some changes that are currently on the way that will really be felt by Friday. We'll talk more about that in just one moment. Here's the current view from Deer Valley, looking down towards Jordanelle Reservoir. An absolutely beautiful view, as it typically is. Temperatures out there this morning mainly in the teens and 20s. For those of you in southern Utah, thanks to that extra little bit of cloud coverage, your morning lows aren't going to be as cold compared to yesterday, but make no mistake, 28 degrees in Cedar City is still cold, while St. George, you'll likely fall into the 30s before we make our way towards sunrise. Your out the door forecast along the Wasatch Front, temperatures will be very similar compared to what we saw yesterday, which means after our frigid start, it will be a cool and chilly day, with temperatures eventually topping out in the upper 30s and low 40s. It will come with more haze, with poor air quality, mainly moderate air quality expected for most in our northern Utah valleys. However, in Salt Lake County, we're expecting unhealthy for sensitive groups when it comes to the air quality. So if you fall into that sensitive group range, limit your time outside, and we'll also see a little bit more in the way of cloud coverage as we go throughout the day. So for most spots, we'll see either partly to mostly cloudy skies, daytime highs in the 30s and 40s, mainly across the state, while St. George will be one of the exceptions, coming in with a daytime high of 55. And then on the other side of the coin, for those of you in Vernal and in the Uinta Basin, daytime highs will be in the mid to upper 20s, so a pretty chilly day if you're over in the Uinta Basin. Now let's go ahead and begin the upper level futurecast, because we do have changes coming our way. High pressure's been keeping our weather quiet over the last few days. That high pressure is moving away and a storm system is coming in from California. That storm system, though, is mainly going to miss us to the south. So between late tonight and tomorrow, there will be at least some potential for a few showers throughout the southern half of the state. However, that's just the beginning of what is going to be a much more active pattern by this upcoming weekend. And by Friday, a stronger storm system moves in from the northwest, and this system on Friday will bring us a pretty good chance for isolated to scattered showers statewide. So maybe even a few showers making their way as far south as St. George, while the northern two-thirds of the state will mainly see snow showers as temperatures will be easing down a little bit. We won't be done after that system clears as we go from Friday into Saturday, because we have two more storm systems that will likely arrive between Saturday and Sunday, bringing us again more potential for wet weather, mainly favoring the northern two-thirds of the state, before we move into early next week, where high pressure will start to build in, and we should see calmer conditions as we go throughout the day on Monday, then especially into Tuesday. Let's go ahead and walk you through the futurecast and put things into motion. We'll start this at 7 o'clock this morning, and as we go from this morning into the afternoon, increasing clouds, and then by tonight into early tomorrow, maybe a few spotty showers a possibility throughout the southern portion of the state. But tomorrow will mainly bring increased clouds. We'll still see more haze just because those winds won't increase all that much. Then we start to see that relief from the haze going into Friday, with the first of storm systems moving their way in. And for the northern two-thirds of the state, pretty decent chance for straight snow showers. And even on Friday, we'll have that slight chance for a few showers making their way as far south as St. George. Then that weather pattern stays pretty active as we go from our Friday into Saturday and for Sunday. And for those of us along the Wasatch Front, we're mainly expecting snow showers for Friday into Saturday, and we could see a mix of rain and snow by Sunday. We'll put it all together here on what we're tracking for you. Now, from now through the weekend, we have those cool temperatures, the poor air quality for our northern Utah valleys today and tomorrow. We'll be slightly unsettled later today into our Thursday, mainly in southern Utah. Then that stormy pattern unfolds from Friday through the weekend, relief from the inversion haze, and that best chance for wet weather overall this weekend will be in the northern two-thirds of the state with some healthy mountain accumulations. We're still not to the point yet where our high-res forecast models can see this entire situation, but you'll see right here that our central and northern mountains could pick up well over a foot, and we could be talking about somewhat decent accumulations even down to our northern Utah valleys. Make sure that you stay tuned. In St. George, we'll have a slight chance later on, then relatively quiet for our Thursday before we bring back the chance for isolated showers on Friday. Daytime highs easing back down to the low 50s. Then with high pressure early next week, daytime highs will begin to climb again. Then along the Wasatch Front, hazy conditions today and tomorrow with increasing cloud coverage, then that good chance of wet weather Friday, Saturday through this weekend before we trend calmer and a little bit warmer early next week.